Hey there, thrill seekers and curious minds. Welcome to my channel where I'm your devil's advocate, challenging the norms and pushing boundaries. I'm the advocate, and if you're looking for inspiration, motivation, and a little bit of daring fun, you're in the right place. Life is too short to play it safe. Here, we dive into the exhilarating, the controversial, and the downright daring. From extreme sports to bold discussions, I'll inspire you to embrace your inner daredevil and take those leaps of faith, both literally and figuratively. Every time we meet, we'll explore what it means to live life on the edge, because greatness doesn't come from comfort zones. I would always challenge your line of thoughts and provides you with options for you to decide. Listening to me would help you look at life in a different perspective. Today, we're tackling a highly contentious topic, the case against appeasement towards terrorist organizations and hostile nations. This is a devil's advocate discussion, so we'll explore the implications of this strategy that many believe can lead to disastrous outcomes. Let's dive in. To start, let's clarify what we mean by appeasement. Typically, it refers to making concessions to avoid conflict, often at the expense of principles or the safety of others. History has shown us that this approach can lead to far-reaching negative consequences. One of the most significant arguments against appeasement is that it can embolden aggressors. When terrorist organizations or hostile nations perceive concessions as a sign of weakness, they may become more aggressive. Examples such as Iran nuclear deal, JCPOA, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action established in 2015, aimed to limit Iran's nuclear program in exchange for lifting economic sanctions. Critics argue that the deal did not address Iran's support for terrorist groups like Hezbollah and its destabilizing activities in the region. After the U.S. withdrew from the agreement in 2018, Iran resumed its nuclear activities, and tensions escalated, leading to increased regional instability. Negotiations with Hamas. Various ceasefire agreements and negotiations have been made with Hamas by Israel and international actors in response to violence and rocket attacks. Critics assert that these negotiations have allowed Hamas to strengthen its position and military capabilities while failing to achieve lasting peace. The repeated cycles of violence illustrate the challenges and potential pitfalls of appeasement strategies. Western engagement with Russia. Following the end of the Cold War, many Western nations pursued engagement strategies with Russia, including economic partnerships and diplomatic overtures. Critics claim that this approach did not prevent Russia from engaging in aggressive actions, such as the annexation of Crimea in 2014 and military interventions in Ukraine. The belief that engagement would temper Russian behavior has been widely challenged by subsequent events. These examples illustrate the complexities and risks associated with appeasement strategies in the context of terrorism and international relations. Each case highlights the potential for unintended consequences when engaging with hostile entities. Appeasement can also undermine long-term stability. Offering concessions may provide a temporary respite, but fails to address the underlying issues that fuel terrorism and conflict. Moreover, it can create a dangerous precedent. For example, negotiating with groups like Hamas may lead to short-term calm, but could also legitimize their actions, encouraging other groups to adopt similar tactics to achieve their goals. Another crucial point is the erosion of moral authority. When governments appease terrorist organizations, they risk losing credibility in the eyes of their citizens and the international community. This loss of moral standing can have significant repercussions. If a nation appears to be yielding to violence and coercion, it may embolden extremists and undermine the rule of law, leading to a cycle of violence and instability. Instead of appeasement, a more effective approach may involve a combination of diplomacy and firm resistance. Engaging with adversaries while maintaining a clear stance against violence can help to foster a more stable environment. Strategies like economic sanctions, international coalitions, and community engagement can address the root causes of terrorism without the pitfalls of concessionary policies. This proactive approach emphasizes accountability and reinforces the importance of international norms. In conclusion, while appeasement might seem like an attractive short-term solution, the long-term consequences can be dire. History has shown us that yielding to aggression often leads to more significant problems down the line. Remember, I am the devil's advocate.